there is an element of not fitting in, but being a part of one of five, one of four.
Louis, faith in the future, I feel like that really speaks to the times that we are living in after, surviving and overcoming lockdown and the pandemic. Is it times like this, moments like this, that really ignites your passion in what you do for a living, bringing music to the masses?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I'm also talking from personal experience there. I'm a pretty optimistic person, and also my life's kind of demanded that of me anyway. So yeah, it was more kind of personal reflection, but also nice to put a positive message out into the world as well.
Yeah, we love that. And going back, you killed it with your solo debut. How would you describe your next chapter, this music evolution?
I know every artist says this, but it's a better reflection of me. It definitely is. There was an element of me still kind of discovering who I am as an artist on my first record. That took a bit of
Mm.
time. Whereas with this album, I had a much clearer picture of what I wanted to do, and I kind of framed every song around trying to create these exciting live moments for the tour shows. So yeah, I think it's just a better kind of advert for who I am as a person and who I am as an artist.
What I do for a living as an entertainment reporter, I feel like it took me a while to be able to be myself to transfer who I am in real life, to bring that authenticity to my job. So what would you say was part of your journey of being able to like really dig deep and have the confidence and the vulnerability to share that with all of us?
I'd say I'm lucky with the fan base, to be quite honest. And again, it's that I'm not just saying the right thing, that the fan base allow me to be able to be myself. That's what gives me confidence to do this. They give me confidence at the live shows. But more than that, I wanted this album to feel like an evolution from the first one. And there wasn't a second when I was worried about alienating the fan base, because I feel so much love from them, and I feel the confidence to be able to do, what I want to do. So yeah, just a credit to them, really.
No, that's a good place to be. You recently announced that your UK Europe tour. So what have you got cooking for that?
I haven't really got into anything too specific, yeah, in terms of like what the show will look like. But as I said before, all these songs were written with the tour in mind, which is different to the first record. So I'm hoping. I imagine it will be a better show than the first one, just because again, all the music is kind of geared around those moments. But it's my favorite thing to do, touring. I love touring.
How do you take care of yourself in the moments where you're not on stage? What does touring look for you?
Probably not very well. Probably not. I could definitely look after myself a bit better, or so I'm told. I don't know. I'm looking at in terms of like keeping yourself sane. I'm lucky enough to have a great crew and a great band and get on with everyone really well. So it's really social. It's just loads of fun, to be honest. In terms of looking after yourself, I suppose I'll worry about that when I'm a little bit older.
Yeah, you're so young. One Direction may be where you started off, where you were introduced to us on an international platform, but each of you have gone off to do your own things on your own terms. Why do you think that was important with hindsight?
I think like any kind of similar situation when you're part of a group, and I don't just mean a musical group.
Mhm.
There is an element of not fitting in, but being a part of one of five, one of four. And there is, even with the best will in the world, you've got to be understanding to everyone's different tastes and stuff like that. So in terms of being completely individual when you're in a group, it isn't really possible. It's more like a collective kind of intention. So I think as musicians, it's nice to be able to kind of express ourselves individually. And again, I think it's a testament to who we are as a band. It's all quite different music, and I think again, that kind of shows what we brought to the table.
Looking back at that time, what is one thing that I'm sure there's a lot of things that you take away, but what's one standout thing that you take away that you carry with you?
From the band.
Hmm.
I think just the camaraderie, like it was, it was obviously quite a lot to take in at such a young age, but the fact that we did it together and we had such a good relationship, and we just used to have such a laugh. So, like, if the first thing that comes to my head when I think of One Direction is just fun.
So good. From your music to your love of football and all your charitable efforts, did you ever imagine that a life in music would lead to like helping others? I'm sure when you first get in the game, there's one mission, and then now you've just spread it out.
I mean, in terms of helping others in general, like that, I mean, that's always been important to me. I suppose that's like how I was brought up. I'm eldest in me family to all my siblings, so there's always been an element of that in my life anyway. But to be able to do those things, yeah, it's massively important. Especially, I come from relatively humble beginnings, so I think that empowers your kind of empathy in those situations.
100%. Well, Louis, thank you. Congratulations. New album, new tour coming up, and thank you for taking the time to chat with Etalk.
No worries. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time.
Like the video? Then hit the button, or better yet, drop us a comment. Then check out our latest videos here. And don't forget to subscribe by hitting the button here for more celebrity interviews and entertainment news.